Welcome back to the channel. If you value serious research, grounded investigation, and conversations that separate imagination from evidence, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with others who enjoy questioning big ideas. And before you leave, make sure you share your thoughts in the comments. I read them. Now, let's get started with the episode. Tonight's question sounds simple, but it carries enormous implications. Did Earth once have two moons? Imagine standing outside at night and seeing not one, but two glowing bodies in the sky. Two tides, two lunar cycles, two gravitational influences shaping the planet. It sounds like science fiction. But interestingly, this theory does not come only from mythology. It also appears in modern scientific discussion. Let's begin with the science. The leading explanation for how our moon formed is known as the giant impact hypothesis. According to this model, around 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized body collided with the early Earth. The debris from that impact eventually coalesced into the moon. Planetary scientist Robin Canup, one of the leading researchers on lunar formation, wrote in Nature in 2004, "The giant impact model explains the angular momentum of the Earth-Moon system and the Moon's low iron content." The hypothesis has strong support. But here is where things get interesting. In 2011, a study published in Nature by Eric Asfog and Martin Jutzer proposed something unexpected. They suggested that Earth may indeed have had two moons. Their model proposed that after the initial giant impact, two lunar bodies formed. One larger, one smaller. Eventually, the smaller moon collided with the larger one at relatively low speed, merging into what we now know as the moon. Asfog stated, "The moon may have once had a companion." This was not speculation from a conspiracy blog. It was a peer-reviewed scientific hypothesis. Why did scientists consider this idea? Because the moon has a puzzling feature. Its near side and far side are dramatically different. The near side has large maria, the dark basalt plains. The far side is thicker and more mountainous. NASA data from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter confirmed that the far side crust is significantly thicker than the near side. The two-moon collision model offers one possible explanation for this asymmetry. Now pause. This does not mean humans ever saw two moons. These events would have occurred billions of years before human existence. But the idea of a second moon has also appeared in myths and legends. Let's explore that carefully. Some alternative history proponents claim that ancient cultures recorded a time when Earth had two moons. However, when we examine the primary sources, the evidence becomes weak. For example, some interpretations of Zulu mythology mention multiple celestial bodies in ancient times. However, academic anthropologists do not confirm any reliable oral tradition that clearly describes a historical second moon. Similarly, some interpretations of Native American stories have been presented as evidence of two moons. Yet professional ethnographers caution against literal astronomical readings of symbolic cosmology. Anthropologist Anthony Arvany, who specializes in archaeoastronomy, has warned, one must be cautious about projecting modern astronomical concepts onto mythic narratives. Myths often use celestial symbolism metaphorically. Now let's examine orbital mechanics. Could Earth realistically sustain two moons? Physicist Neil Cummings wrote about this scenario in his book What If the Moon Didn't Exist? He explains that multiple moon systems are not impossible. Other planets have them. Mars has two small moons, Phobos and Deimos. But Earth's gravitational system is different. A second large moon would create complex tidal forces, potentially destabilizing orbit over long timescales. Computer simulations suggest that two moons of similar size would likely interact gravitationally until one was ejected or collided with the other. Which brings us back to the Asfog and Jutzer model. Their simulations suggest that a smaller companion moon could have merged gently enough to avoid total destruction, leaving geological evidence in the crust. NASA planetary scientist Maria Zuber commented on the far side thickness. The moon's crustal dichotomy remains one of its most fascinating features. So from a purely scientific standpoint, a temporary second moon early in Earth's history is not impossible. But here is the crucial point. There is no evidence that humans ever lived under two moons. No archaeological record. No astronomical record. No reliable written documentation from ancient civilizations describing two concurrent lunar bodies. Now let's address the modern conspiracy version. Some internet theories claim that Earth had a second moon in historical times, sometimes called Lilith. They often cite a 19th century astronomer named Georg Waltemath, who claimed in 1898 to have discovered a second moon. However, Mainstream astronomers quickly dismissed his claim due to lack of observational confirmation. The supposed second moon was never reliably observed by other astronomers. Astronomer Donald Menzel later wrote, "Claims of additional moons have surfaced periodically, but none have withstood careful observation." Astronomy relies on repeatable observation. If a second moon existed in the last few thousand years, it would have been documented across civilizations. Babylonian astronomers, Chinese skywatchers, Mayan calendar keepers all kept careful celestial records. The Babylonians, in particular, meticulously tracked lunar cycles as early as 1800 BCE. Their clay tablets recorded eclipses and planetary motion. There is no mention of two moons. Chinese astronomers during the Han Dynasty kept detailed astronomical logs. Again, no record of a second moon. The Mayan long count calendar is based heavily on lunar cycles. No indication of dual moons. Absence of evidence is not always evidence of absence. But in astronomy, consistent global silence is powerful. Now let's ask a psychological question. Why does the idea of two moons fascinate us? Because it reshapes the sky. The moon is deeply tied to human rhythm. Tides, agriculture, mythology, fertility cycles, poetry, religion. Changing the moon changes humanity's story. Science writer Isaac Asimov once observed, "The moon is far more than a satellite. It is a partner in Earth's evolution." If Earth had two such partners, the implications would feel dramatic. There is also a cinematic quality to the idea. Two glowing bodies. A more alien sky. But the difference between cinematic imagination and physical evidence must remain clear. So where does the research stand? Scientific modeling suggests a possible early companion moon billions of years ago. There is geological reasoning to explore this further. But there is no credible evidence of a second moon during human civilization. And there is no credible astronomical record of a vanished lunar body in recorded history. Still, this theory teaches us something important. Science is not static. The two-moon hypothesis emerged not from conspiracy, but from attempting to explain lunar asymmetry. That is how science works. A question arises. A model is tested. Data is examined. If future missions to the moon bring back deeper crust samples and confirm a merged companion body, that would reshape our understanding of early Earth. But it would not validate internet myths about hidden moons in recent history. There is a difference between scientific hypothesis and historical conspiracy, and recognizing that difference is critical. So did Earth once have two moons? Possibly, in the violent chaos of its formation billions of years ago. Did ancient humans ever witness two moons? There is no reliable evidence that they did. As we move forward in this series, remember something. The most powerful theories often mix a fragment of scientific possibility with a layer of imaginative speculation. Separating those layers is the work of careful inquiry. Is it purely fiction, or does physics quietly allow it? We will examine Einstein's relativity, documented time dilation experiments, and the boundary between theoretical mathematics and technological reality. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe without leaving your thoughts. This is Curiosity Kenyon. Stay curious. Stay vigilant.